Hey guys, for you guys that are following this project, I got an update. Okay, so when I originally ordered my parts, um, couldn't get this Leonardo Arduino there to work. And then I got it to work by going online and then soldering some extra leads to it for the power. It does work, but it's not going to work for what I'm doing next. I tried originally the 6M GPS, and it wouldn't work with the software that I had because I needed a 7, so I ordered a 7. It worked, but the issue I find with the GPS setup is if you let it sit on a battery for a while, it takes a while for it to link up to all the satellites and start working properly, which could be a bit of a pain because if the bike's been shut off for more than a day, which it normally is with an e-bike, you'll basically have to sit there for 10 minutes or 20 minutes waiting for this thing to sync up, which is going to suck. You want something that as soon as you turn it on, it's running, right? So this whole project is null and void. There's no point. I mean, use your cell phone, you know what I mean? I found some code online this kid was working on, and he kept posting, he kept having problems with him posting it online and sharing the code. See if anybody else could figure it out. No one ever did. He gave up on it. This was in 2016. I ended up stealing a copy of it and making some changes. And he had it set up so it would work with a hall sensor, and he had something set up with some kind of brake light with LEDs. But we're not using that. It's still in the code. I'm going to end up removing it, or I might use it for something else. But anyway, I glitched it. It said it was uploaded, or it said it glitched, no problem. So I uploaded it to my Lego Uno, and it works. Mind you, this is Hall sensor related. How it works with the you would have to calibrate it with the wheel. But what I'm using is these I can't remember the name of it. Hall King, or what's it called here? King meter. This originally came with that controller that I blew up, and I never did get to use it, so I saved it for a project. If you are interested in using one of these, because they're already pre-made, you can buy them separately. The pinout for my setup here, blue is your data, so that's number 2 on the board, or D2, and yellow is your ground, and red is your positive 5 volts, and that's it. I uploaded the code. It glitched it. If I plug it in now, if there's an issue with the Hall sensor, you'll get a bunch of random numbers in the top here, but constantly change, because obviously it's not holding steady, right? Because it's not detecting the Hall sensor, so it'll randomly generate letters or numbers. If it's working properly, you can just pass the magnet over it, and the LED will flash, as you can see, and there you go. Like right now, it's in kilometers, but I can change that in the software, in the code. But it's working. So that takes care of the speedo. And you know what? The best part is, the minute it comes on, bike's on, it's ready to go. So that's just quick and dirty. So as far as I'm concerned, this is the quick and dirty compared to GPS. The GPS is a pain in the ass. The next thing to do is I'm going to print out the OLED, and we're going to drop that in, seal it up, epoxy the back, and we're going to use some wire like this, long enough that we can reach the back of the bike, and then we'll epoxy the wire into the back of the pre-printed box, and put some kind of mount on the handlebars, and then we'll have to figure out a box for that too. But this is just a start. I want to be able to power on the bike, and then the controller will work through the Arduino. So there'll be a separate button. When you push the button, this sets a signal to a relay that turns the bike on. Basically, that's what I want. Like I said, I might be able to use his brake light for that, but I think the way he had it designed is when it stops detecting the wheel movement, it turns the light on, which would be your brake light, but it's solid, right? So I don't know. I'm still monkeying around with the software, the code. but it's a working prototype. That's all I care about. I've been working on this for a week and a half, about that long. I got something that's working. I'm happy with that. Later, guys.